Let me tell you something real plain, real straight. If you're broke in 2025, it's not because money isn't out there. It's because you haven't yet decided to become the person who attracts it. Becoming a millionaire is not about chasing dollars. It's about becoming worthy of them. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. You don't attract $1 million with hustle alone. You attract it by aligning your belief, your value, your skill set, and your execution. The first and biggest shift is in your mind. Broke is a state of pocket. Poor is a state of mindset. And if your mind is poor, I don't care how many stimulus checks, side hustles, or crypto coins you chase, you'll end up right back where you started. You've got to decide, not wish, not hope, but decide that you will not leave this year without $1 million version of you emerging. You've got to believe that it's inevitable, not maybe someday. Inevitable. Until that belief is locked in, none of the strategies will matter. Next, stop trying to make money. Start solving problems. That's where the real wealth is. Millionaires are not paid by the hour, they're paid by the problem they solve and the value they deliver. The marketplace is a mirror. It reflects what you bring to it. You want more money? Bring more value. Bring solutions. Solve painful, expensive, urgent problems. The kind that make people pull out their wallet before they even ask the price. You want to get rich? Make other people's lives better, faster, and easier. Now listen, you need skills, not degrees, not resumes, skills. And not just any skills, high occupant skills. Sales, marketing, public speaking, copywriting, leadership, digital strategy, skills that print money in any industry, any economy, any time zone. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be powerful. Stack those skills. Learn to sell, then learn to teach others how to sell. Learn to market, then build systems that run your marketing while you sleep. Stack the skills, stack the cash. But here's the trap. Hustle alone won't make you wealthy. Hustle gets you tired, systems make you rich. You've got to build systems that scale. Your money should be working when you're not. Your business should be talking when your mouth is shut. You need automation. You need delegation. You need infrastructure. Stop being the engine, start being the architect. Hustlers chase dollars, architects build pipeline. Which one are you? Now we multiply. Most people try to add money. If I can just get another client, another job, another hour, that's a broke formula. Wealth is built through multiplication. You don't want another $1,000, 0 cents. You want a way to earn $1, 0 cents 100 times, 1,000 times. You need products, offers, licensing, equity, investments, digital assets, brand deals, affiliate streams. Stop trading time for money and start multiplying money with your mind. And lastly, speed, execution, ruthless, focused, fast action. In 2025, the world is moving fast. And if you're slow, you're broke. Done is better than perfect. Action beats ideas. Launch the thing, fix it later. Don't wait for all green lights. Just get in the car and go. Most people aren't failing because they tried and lost. They're failing because they never started. They're stuck in planning, doubting, wondering, and wishing. Stop playing with your potential. This is your time. Now is your time. So let me close by telling you this. Becoming a millionaire is not about luck. It's not about family. It's not about where you came from. It's about a decision to think different, move different, show up different, speak different, execute faster, deliver more value, build systems, stack skills, and refuse to leave 2025 the same person who walked into it. The million is not out there. It's already inside you. Your job is to unlock it. Let's get to work. All right, guys, if you want to become a millionaire in 2025, the first thing you need to understand is that your mind gets rich before your bank account ever does. Wealth starts with belief, not with business plans, not with capital, not with connections. It starts with a deep internal shift, a mindset transformation where you stop wanting to be rich and start expecting to be. You see, most people are walking around with broke programming. Their mind is stuck in limitation. They say things like, I can't afford that, or that's too expensive, or people like me don't make that kind of money. What they don't realize is that every time they speak like that, They're reinforcing an internal glass ceiling. They're building a prison with their own words. But millionaires don't think like that. They don't say, if I make it, they say, when I make it. They don't look at price tags and shrink. They look at value and calculate. They don't run from responsibility. They run toward it because they know the bigger the problem they solve, the bigger the paycheck they earn. Their beliefs are wired for abundance, not scarcity. Here's the truth. Your brain is the most powerful wealth-building tool you will ever own. But it's programmed by repetition. If you keep rehearsing poverty, speaking lack, thinking small, and hanging around broke-minded people, you will never rise above it. Not because you aren't capable, but because you've been conditioned to settle. That's why you've got to rewire your thoughts daily. Read what millionaires read. Speak how winners speak. Move how builders move. Surround yourself with people who stretch your thinking, not those who shrink your confidence. And every single morning, remind yourself, I was not born to struggle. I was not created to survive. I was built to dominate in this space. But once you make that internal shift, when wealth becomes part of your identity, not just a fantasy, the game changes. You stop hustling for money and start attracting it. You stop doubting yourself and start making bold moves. You stop waiting for permission and start creating opportunities. Because deep down, you already know the external world follows the internal blueprint. You don't get rich by accident. You get rich on purpose. And that purpose starts in your mind. Fix the thinking, the money will follow. Would you like me to expand the next key point the same way? Money doesn't chase people, it chases solutions. If you want to become a millionaire in 2025, you need to stop asking, how can I make more money? And start asking, what high-value problem can I solve that people will pay anything to fix? The marketplace is ruthless, but it's fair. It rewards value, not effort. You can work 16 hours a day doing low-value tasks and still stay broke. Or you can spend 2 hours solving a painful, urgent, expensive problem and get paid more in a day than most people make in a month. That's the difference between labor and leverage. Every dollar someone pays you is a direct reflection of the problem you solved for them. You want to make more? Solve bigger problems. Find the frustration people complain about the most. Find the bottlenecks that keep businesses stuck. Find the fears people would do anything to escape. When you become the go-to solution for that pain, you don't have to beg for clients, they hunt you down. And here's the key, don't just solve the problem, solve it better, faster, and more conveniently than anyone else. Excellence makes you rich. Speed makes you rich. Clarity makes you rich. People don't want to guess, they want results. They want transformation, and when you can deliver that without drama, you name your price. Most people try to be liked. They want followers. They want approval. But if you want to be wealthy, stop chasing applause and start chasing impact. Money is a certificate of impact. If you're not earning what you want, it's because the marketplace doesn't feel your impact. Yet, you're either invisible or interchangeable. Fix that. Look around you. The biggest paydays always go to problem solvers. Doctors fix pain. Lawyers fix legal chaos. Tech companies fix communication. Coaches fix confusion. Consultants fix inefficiency. Entrepreneurs fix everything the traditional system ignored. So the question isn't, can I make $1 million? The question is, what problem am I willing to own and how deeply can I solve it? When you master this mindset, everything shifts. You don't need to be famous. You don't need to be first. You don't even need a huge audience. All you need is a valuable solution that works and the conviction to deliver it consistently at scale. Because in 2025, money doesn't follow popularity, it follows problem solvers. Want me to expand the next one on high-end skills? In 2025, your income is not determined by your job title, it's determined by your skill stack. If you want to become a millionaire this year, you must master high-impact skills and then stack them like bricks to build your financial fortress. The marketplace doesn't care about your degree. It doesn't care how many hours you worked. It rewards results, and results come from skills. Let me be clear. There are certain skills that once you learn them, they become money machines. Skills that pay you whether you work for someone else, build your own business, or go fully independent. Skills like sales, because nothing moves until something gets sold. Skills like marketing, because if they don't know you exist, it doesn't matter how good you are. Skills like copywriting, speaking, negotiation, leadership, branding, and digital strategy. These are the skills that print money in any economy. You could be the most talented person in the room, but if you can't communicate your value, no one will know how powerful you really are. You could have the best offer on earth, but if you don't know how to sell it, it might as well not exist. So stop hiding behind talent and start developing transferable, scalable skills. And here's where it gets even more powerful. When you stack them, 1 skill is good, 2 is great, but 3 or more combined, that's where domination begins. Think about it. A person who can speak confidently, sell effectively, and market digitally can write their own check. Add leadership, and now they can build a team. Add financial literacy, and now they can multiply wealth. The more rare your combination of skills, the less replaceable you become, and the more money you command. But don't just learn passively. Practice with urgency. Execute in real time. Don't wait to be perfect. Jump in messy. Get feedback. Get better. You don't need another course. You need reps. You need to put your skill to the test in the wild where real people and real dollars are at stake. That's where confidence is born. And don't let anyone tell you it takes years. It doesn't take years to make money. It takes decisions followed by focused skill acquisition. Some people spend 10 years getting good at one low-income task. You can spend 90 days mastering one high-income skill and change your entire trajectory. That's the leverage of intention. So stop saying you don't know how. Say, I'm learning how. Stop waiting to be chosen. Choose yourself. In this economy, skill is the new currency, and the ones who master it are the ones who get paid. You want me to expand the next one on leveraging systems? Hard work alone will not make you rich. Systems will. You can hustle all day, grind all night, burn every ounce of energy you've got, but if there's no system behind your effort, you'll always be trading time for money. And let me tell you something, trading time for money is the slowest, most fragile, most exhausting way to build wealth. The real game, it's not about how hard you work, it's about how smart you build. Wealthy people don't work harder than you, they just build systems that do the work for them. Systems don't get tired. Systems don't complain. Systems don't call in sick. They run. They scale. They multiply. And most importantly, they give you your time back. Here's the truth. A system is anything that produces predictable, repeatable results without your constant input. That could be an automated email funnel that sells your product while you sleep. It could be a trained team that delivers services without you being involved in every detail. It could be a digital product that gets downloaded 1,000 times after you built it once. That's leverage. That's power. And if you don't build systems, you stay stuck. You stay on the treadmill. You hustle your way into burnout. But millionaires, they build pipelines. They create infrastructure. They build once, then refine, optimize, and delegate. They think like engineers, not laborers. While others are trying to do more, they're figuring out how to do less and get more. You've got to shift your focus from doing to designing. Ask yourself, how can this run without me? How can I automate this process? How can I delegate this task? How can I use tech, tools, people, or platforms to extend my impact beyond my own 2 hands? Because if you're the only engine in your business or your hustle, you've already hit your ceiling. And here's what's wild. In 2025, there's never been more access to systems. Tools are cheaper, software is smarter, freelancers are everywhere, AI is rewriting the game. You can build systems today that used to cost corporations millions. Now you can do it from your laptop, your phone, your living room. No excuses. So yes, effort matters. Work ethic matters. But if you want to become a millionaire this year, don't just be a hard worker. Be a systems builder. That's the difference between a grinder and a scaler. One burns out, the other breaks through. Let me expand the next one on multiplication. If you want to hit millionaire status in 2025, you've got to stop thinking in addition and start operating in multiplication. Most people are adding money. A little here, a little there, a raise, a side gig, an extra client. But wealthy people don't think in terms of how to add income. They ask, how can I multiply this income without multiplying my time? Gestion is for survival. Multiplication is for wealth. You can't grind your way to millions $1 at a time. If you're making $1,000 0 cents a week, your first instinct can't be, how do I make $1.20 next week? That's small thinking. The real question is, how do I make $1 0 cents 10 times in one day? How do I take what I already know or already do and scale it to serve 100 people at once instead of just one? That's the shift. From manual to scalable. From one-to-one to one-to-many. From chasing money to building machines that collect it. You do this through products, platforms, partnerships, and digital assets. You do this through licensing, digital courses, group programs, affiliate marketing, software, content that sells on autopilot. One product, one idea, one service multiplied across the internet, across audiences, across markets. It's not about working harder, it's about building smarter. You create something once, and it pays you again and again. You record the knowledge once, and thousands of people can consume it, buy it, and benefit from it. You build a system once, and it runs while you're on vacation, asleep, or building your next venture. That's multiplication. You see, most people are stuck in addition mode because they only think in terms of effort. But effort has limits. There are only 24 hours in your day. But value, systems, distribution, there's no limit. The right offer with the right delivery mechanism in front of the right audience at the right time, that's how you explode income, not by doing more, but by building more efficiently. And don't get it twisted, multiplication doesn't mean you need a massive team or 1 million followers. What you need is a mindset that says, how can I get 10x the result with half the work? You need the courage to productize what you know, to systemize what you do, and to scale what works. Because millionaires don't chase checks, they design multipliers. And when you start living in multiplication, you don't just earn more, you buy back your time, your peace, your freedom. That's real wealth. Want me to expand the final point on speed and execution? Speed is the currency of success in 2025. In a world that's moving faster than ever before, the person who executes is the person who wins. Not the smartest, not the one with the best ideas, the one who moves, the one who does, the one who stops waiting for perfect timing, perfect conditions, or perfect clarity, and just start. You've got to get obsessed with momentum, because the longer you wait to act, the colder your opportunity gets. The longer you sit in overthinking, the more fear grows. But when you move fast, when you act without hesitation, you stay in control. You build confidence through movement, not meditation. Progress kills doubt. Most people are waiting for everything to line up, the right partner, the right tech, the right logo, the right weather, but that wait is costing them everything. Perfection is poverty. Obsession with getting it just right is the quickest way to stay stuck at not at all. You don't need perfect, you need done. You don't need another round of planning, you need execution. Speed doesn't mean recklessness, it means urgency. It means you understand that ideas have expiration dates. It means when something feels aligned, you move on it before fear talks you out of it. It means you're not afraid to fail, because failure in motion teaches you faster than success in theory. And execution, real execution, means you don't just take action once, you stay consistent, you ship, you launch, you iterate, you pivot You build momentum brick by brick, hour by hour. You show up, even when it's boring, even when it's uncomfortable, even when no one's clapping, because that's how winners operate. Quiet consistency beats loud intentions every time. The marketplace is not waiting for you. It's moving with or without you. Attention spans are shrinking. Opportunities are closing. And the ones who win are not the ones who hesitated. They're the ones who executed before they felt ready. That's the real secret. So if you want to become a millionaire this year, stop watching, stop wondering, and start moving. Make decisions quickly, fail fast, learn faster, pivot boldly, launch messy, adjust on the fly. Don't be addicted to the plan, be addicted to the result. Because the ones who move fast, learn fast, and course correct fast, they always outrun the ones who move slow, think long, and try to get it perfect. In 2025, speed is leverage, execution is the edge, and action is the difference between dreamers and millionaires. I want me to combine all expanded points into one seamless motivational script for your video. So here's the bottom line. Becoming a millionaire in 2025 isn't just possible, it's predictable.